Hi guys, Jarrod here. I'm doing another impromptu video, one of these less polished ones, just talking a little bit about what I've been up to over the last little bit, some of the games I've been playing and what have you. Been all this. This is my 3DS and my lovely gamepad. Pretty much that's all I've been doing over the last week or so. You guys have already seen the Shin Megami Tensei 4 video that I did on my 3DS here. Really enjoyed the game, as you all know. I gave it, I gave it a lower score than I think a lot of people were expecting based on some of the feedback I've had and whatever. But remember guys, reviews, it's always just an opinion. So, I mean, you have yours, I have mine, that's it. Now I've gone back, been playing a little bit of, let's go on this side, of that, Dragon Quest IX, just, I don't know why, we got in the mood, I think with the PC beta or whatever, and so figured, what the hell, right, might as well go ahead and give that another spin. I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing with Steven, the guy from the site there, a good friend of mine. You gotta go to projectseaweed.com and check out the last article I posted. It's just totally ridiculous. We're two grown men and we're laughing like little children. Our immaturity level, like he said, it's hitting like an all-new low. It's pretty sad. But lately, the last like 2 or 3 days there, I have been gaming on my gamepad like mental. I've been playing Earthbound. Haven't played Earthbound in 18 years. For some odd reason, I don't remember almost anything of it. Like Steven and I, we chat all the time about like vintage games and things like that. And I don't know what it is. For some weird reason, I always mix up Mother with Maniac Mansion. For some weird reason, I have no idea. They're totally, completely different games, but that's just me. I'm silly and ridiculous with, with some of this stuff. But anyways, so the minute I downloaded Earthbound, which I'm so happy to say is on the Virtual Console for the Wii U, the minute I downloaded it and you have to name your characters, I was like, oh, wait a minute. I know Ness, I know Paula, I know Jeff, I know Pooh, I know King. I'm like, I have played this. And then as soon as it like actually booted up and I started going into the game, sure enough, I was like, oh yeah, okay, I remember this. For all of you guys out there who have never experienced Earthbound before and are lucky enough to have picked up a Wii U, by all means, I highly recommend you give it a download and start playing. The only aspect of it that really hasn't aged too particularly well is the fact that when you go into your psi abilities or magic abilities, whatever, there's no actual explanation of what anything does. So in other words, you can, I mean, it's fairly obvious an ice attack is an ice attack, right? But certain things, they're just not fully fleshed out, as in with like Final Fantasy, for example, right? Like, you'll know, it'll tell you, you have that little dialogue box that pops up and lets you know exactly what it is that you're going to do. It's not so bad, like I say, for these magic attacks, but it becomes problematic for some of the items that you'll get, because you have no idea what they are. So what I do is I actually go to starmen.net, I have their guide open on the gamepad, and I just keep it open on the items, because it makes it so much easier where I can just scroll down and look at whatever item it is and be like, oh yeah, okay, no, that's something that I need, that's like an attack item, that's useless, that's trash, whatever. So that's one area that hasn't aged particularly well. Another area that hasn't aged too well is in terms of items like weapons and armor. When you go to a shop or something like that, what will normally happen is you'll highlight whatever item you want to purchase, and you'll see another dialog box pops up saying, you know, strength goes up by this, or that goes up by that, or whatever. In this case, all that happens is you'll see all your characters' names in like little boxes, and they'll flash to let you know if it's better than what you currently have. That's great. That's good enough. I mean, in the most basic terms, that really is good enough. The problem is that it's once you're used to actually seeing your stats increase or decrease, it's just weird, you know, you're taken back a little bit. But like I say, for the most part, every time you go to a new village or something like that and you see the blinking, you'll know, oh, okay, that's better. Just a little warning for those who have never played the game before. Keep in mind that anything like slingshots, yo-yos, things like that have a much higher percentage of missing compared to something like a bat or whatever. So keep that in mind. In other words, like with Ness, you're not going to want to go later on and get some powerful slingshot. It's not going to be worthwhile because you're going to miss 5 times for the one hit that you actually do. Whereas your bat or whatever it is that you're using, sure, it might be a little bit less overall, but at least it hits constantly, so you can, you know, you can rely on it. Everything else with Earthbound holds up incredibly well. I mean, incredibly well. The setting, the story, the graphics, the audio, everything is just it's just wonderful. And if you've never played it before, I know today you go back and you're like, oh, well, every game has a modern setting and whatever, but back then, in 1995, when this game came out, this was completely original. And I'm really happy to say that, truly, it has held up really, really well. And I want everybody to buy this damn game because I want the official translation, translated version of the original Mother to actually get released on something. I mean, yeah, the ROM is out there, and it is the official Nintendo translated whatever version. But I want to support the actual game, and the same with like Mother 3. I want their version of it to actually hit one of these devices. So I encourage everybody who has a Wii U to go on and pick that up ASAP. Now, the last little bit for this rambling sort of impromptu video is I wanted just to mention about this platform right here. How many of you guys actually own a Wii U? And how many of you guys are like interested in the Wii U? Why haven't you purchased a Wii U? What just overall, what are your overall thoughts on the Wii U? Because I did an article, again, projectcwe.com, that talked all about how the Wii U, in essence, right now has zero third-party publisher support. It's far worse than I actually thought it was. I was of the mindset that, you know, I knew it was bad, but I didn't realize it was as bad as it truly is. And this article, I basically list, my goodness, must be like 50 to 80 games that have missed the, have skipped the Wii U, or, excuse me, will be skipping the Wii U over the coming months and into next year. And what's really insane is I checked tons of different sources and things like that, and there's pretty much like 8 games in development for the Wii U next year, as in 2014, not for the rest of the year, obviously. And like Ubisoft has already said that they're going to pull all Wii U support if things don't drastically change by this holiday season. So that's scary. I kind of asked the question, what would you all do, or how would you feel if the only people to support this device were Nintendo? And let's say like they release 20 games a year. Would you be all right with that? Is that something that, you know, you'd actually be okay with, or where do you stand in all of this? I don't know. Myself, I really don't know. I don't know what to say anymore with this situation. I didn't know it was this damn bad. I didn't realize. And what's so sad is, look at just yesterday, Soul Calibur 2 HD Online got announced, and it's based off the PlayStation 2 version of that game. And that's fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, right? The only downside is when you start to think about this and you're like, well, wait a sec here. The #1 selling version of Soul Calibur 2 was the GameCube one with Link, probably because of Link. And forget about how that character actually was in terms of the overall game. The point is that, you know, GameCube fans, Nintendo fans bought this game by the truckload. I mean, it outsold all the other versions. And guess what system it's skipping? That's right, the Wii U. Like everything else. And that boggles my mind because the guys at Namco Bandai are helping make the new Super Smash Brothers. So can you imagine that management meeting? Like Nintendo walks in and goes, what's up with this, guys? How the hell are you skipping our platform when you're helping us make the next Smash Brothers. I mean, I don't know. Anyways, that's it. That's enough ramblings for now. We got like a 10-minute video here. Just wanted to do something quick, let you guys know about some of the things that I've been checking out over the last little bit. I mean, you know about SMT4, but I want to talk. I want to talk a little bit about Earthbound. I wanted to talk more about some of the articles I've posted on the site, like the Animal Crossing one, the one about the Wii U, and that's what I wanted to end with. I wanted to end with your thoughts on the Wii U, where it is right now and where it's going. So as always, thank you very much. Be sure to hit up projectcoe.com for all the latest. We got tons of articles up over the last week. Tomorrow I'll return to a weekly site recap as always. But that's it. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll be back soon with another video.